guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're getting into blood magic and finishing this up and getting our automation done here in StoneBlock 3. Hopefully you guys are ready. Hey guys, and by the way, it is World Download Day, so be sure to get access to your World Download if you are a supporter of any tier, whether that is on Twitch, Patreon, or on Discord Premium, which is a super awesome service that I recommend checking out at discord.gg/ChosenArchitect. Plus, that is where you're going to find the world downloads, no matter what tier you are. So check out the FAQ, link down in the description below, or go to discord.gg/ChosenArchitect. Guys, hope to see you there. So welcome back. Today is going to be all about finishing up and automating blood magic. And my, oh my, have we come a long ways? This is looking fantastic, I think, and we're going to get this room nice and looking good. Everything is set up, including this. So as you can see, we have our mobs, we have everything ready to go. So we can actually get LP, and we can get a nice amount of the essence here, literally just by placing down a main plate. And then we can use this sentient sword for that. But so far, this is working out pretty good. Now, at this point, we are going to be pushing towards getting to tier 4, hopefully getting this automated with a we might have to tear this whole thing down and work on that. We're going to have to upgrade our tartarics and get that ready to go, and there's a couple of dimensions that we're probably going to have to visit. Yeah, so getting started with everything, I am currently upgrading to some runes of capacity. These are going to buff our internal chamber here, should be able to buff it to 20%. So it should be able to hold 20% more life essence, I believe. With it being a tier 3, as you can see right here, the life essence just boosted. So we are back to a tier 3. Now to make these, you do have to have your tier 3 altar up. So I had already been working on getting imbued slates. Imbued slates are tier 3. As you can see, all you have to do is just set up the same automation that you'd been working on. Man, I really hate these boss mobs. Now, another thing we're going to need to get to that, get past that tier 3 and start upgrading even more is the Magician's Blood Orb. It does require 25,000 LP. Now, this is where I think I want to buff its capacity to that amount. So I think all of these slates right here, I'm going to convert into runes of capacity, and I might even have to add some runes of capacity here as well. So I think I got all the runes set up. I got all of the runes of sacrifice over here. To help boost that. I now have like 30 something thousand, or not 30,000, 30, I believe it's 32,000. Yeah, these guys are horrible. 32,000 capacity now with all of the runes of capacity. And then over here we have 2 speed runes to hopefully speed things up. So I should be able to put this in, and it should go a little bit faster now, as you can see. But it's still going to take a little bit of time to fill this up because we don't have any more speed runes. So there we go. Now I have myself a blood orb. Oh boy. So now that I have a blood orb, well, things are about to get a little bit complicated from here. For one, we have several different tasks that we have to go about doing. One is upgrading from a petty tartaric to a common tartaric. So these are upgraded inside of the Hellforge, but we need the tartarics in order to upgrade them. So to upgrade like to a next one with, let's see, so to upgrade to a, we have a, let's see, petty tartaric, we got to go to a lesser tartaric. Then we go from the lesser tartaric to a common tartaric. And all of those tartarics require the prior tartaric to tartaric. Oh my gosh. Comment down below how many times I've said tartaric. Yeah, we've got to do that. And then I've also got to go into a dungeon, which means we need a ritual diviner. So I need to make myself a ritual diviner. Thankfully, all this is made a little bit easier now that we have a tier 3 and all the upgrades. So I can craft them quite quickly. But to be able to get all of the soul required, I'm going to have to farm this for a little while. So here is the lesser tartaric. Perfect. The problem is I do need to make 2 of these. So with both of these made, I believe we can combine them and transfer. There's supposed to be a way that we can transfer from one to another. Yeah. So we just right click this and it drains it. And there we go. Now we can set here and farm, and we should be filling the one that's in our inventory. And it's going to fill pretty fast with this farm. And there goes the common. So we have ourselves a common, pretty simple. And then of course I need to feed all of this over to this, and I definitely want to fill up my common tartaric with will. So now that we have ourselves a common tartaric and it's all ready to go, let's get ourselves started with rituals with a ritual diviner. Now we need a ritual diviner. We also need a blood magic, what is it, a ritual activator. So we need one of these. So we're going to need a lava crystal as well. So I need to convert all of these items here into items that we're going to need. So we're going to need all of these inscription tools. Yep. So there we go. And we're getting started. We're about to get into probably one of the most complicated parts of blood magic. Now for this, we need master ritual stones as well. Let's go ahead and make our ritual diviner. There we go. So that is made. We also have a master ritual stone, which is ritual stones compressed basically into a master. And all we need is some ritual stones depending on the ritual at hand. Now the ritual, you can see current direction south, but we can actually change the ritual here. And we need a very specific ritual because we have to go dungeon hunting. So yeah, we're going to have to get into a dungeon. And so we have to get the ritual that spawns in the way to get to the dungeon. So the edge of the hidden realm is how we're going to get to that dungeon. And you can see right here, here are all the runes that we are going to need. But we just need a total of 36 runes. We don't have to build this manually. We just set our diviner, place our master, and literally right click, and it is going to generate this. So I am going to clear out a little space over here that is going to be big enough to hold this. And we're going to get ritualing. So let's get this bad boy done. I think I have it set high enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 5 tall. So here we go. Ritual stone. By the way, I have this on my altar, which has been filling up with LP. Place the master in the center where you want this. And then you just simply click this. And it is going to automatically place everything right out of your inventory. There we go. All 36 placed. And then we hit it with a weak blood orb. Right? Shift right click. Feel a push, but it's too weak to perform this ritual. Maybe it's because that's not actually filling and we have to manually fill this. To check our LP network, of course, we can always use this. And that's filling it up, but I thought this had a way of filling it up. There it goes. Now it's actually working. Weird. Now it says right here to activate this, it is going to cost 80,000 LP. Now, while we're waiting for the LP to build up in this, I think we should probably make some dungeon keys because we are going to need dungeon keys when we get in here. Thankfully, the dungeon keys just come from the tartaric and we can actually craft them. So dungeon keys to the rescue. I would say make at least 8 of these or more because I'm going to need... Yeah, I've done this before and it's definitely needed. So looky there, I now have enough LP and we can actually perform the ritual. I have 9 of the keys ready to go. Let's go ahead and throw this back. Make sure we have our inventory sort of clear. And shift right click. Or just right click. Right click. A rush of energy went through and here we go. Nice. So we can actually save our weak activation crystal, which is nice. So we're about to enter into another dimension. Thankfully, I have a way to get back if need be. So we should be good there. I think we just right click this and we enter into a new dimension. So this right here has blood all inside of this. It's a little bit laggy, but inside here, oh, thank goodness, are some dungeon keys on top of the ones we already have. Like I said, you want these because I gotta find a very specific thing called a saturated 2. And this right here is going to be a crop that we have to grow. So this opens up. We can kill some mobs, not a big deal. And hope that we find some goodies. Let's see. I'm guessing there's mob spawners in here. Probably mob spawner or something up there. Yeah, we're gonna have to run through this. It looks like we can find all kinds of stuff, which is kind of cool. Mobs in here. Yep, gonna be a little bit dangerous, so be prepared. Not too dangerous, though. But tons of loot, but we need that one fruit. And it might be in here. Yep, there's some of it, I believe. Yep, that's some of the fruits. Yes. Oh, which is perfect. Now I am going to go ahead and open up the rest of the rooms because look at this. Stuff like this, for example. Can I break these? Oh my goodness, I should have brought a magnet. There's literal runes in here. And I think this is the green growth. And here's some of the crops that we actually need. Oh my goodness. This is actually a really lucky room, I think. This is perfect. And there's like blaze things flying around. They're not 100% blaze, so I don't know what they are. But they're definitely in here flying around. I'm assuming we could have activated that ritual and could have gotten something potentially out of it. Yeah, I'm definitely grabbing the ritual stones. These save time. If we find more ritual stones, I mean, that's just a time saver. How cool is that? Yep, even more. Perfect. And these are the ritual masters I'm grabbing, by the way. Oh my gosh, I just found the saturated version of this. That's perfect, because there's a mechanic that we would have had to do had we not just found those. I mean, we still probably going to have to do it, but wow, that just saved so much time, actually. Well, I think it's time to go back. Because, I mean, we used all of our keys. So we have some keys potentially for the next one. That was kind of crazy. I cannot believe we actually just found this, though. I mean, because the way the mechanic works is you plant this, and then when it grows, there needs to be a mob nearby inside the crop while it's growing. The best way to do it is to use Project E with that growth ring. And when it grows, it will damage the mob. It'll hurt the mob, and it will turn into this. And then this, of course, is going to be really helpful because it's used to make weak blood shards. So to do exactly what I just explained, basically, I'm going to go ahead and plant these, and I'm going to spawn some mobs here. Spawn some mobs inside this area. And then, oh, let's go ahead and hoe this back. Actually, no, don't cross. What are you doing? You know what? Of all the fails. So yeah, place these guys back over here. I want to try and have as much surface area as possible. We'll place this. Get these in. And then I need to hold this ring right here. They should grow, killing the mob. Hopefully. And there's one right there. And then when this one grows, inevitably, it should steal the life from it. You know, potentially. Yep, there we go. It looks like, oh, there it went. Perfect. So it ended up doing exactly what we wanted. So I need these. I can go ahead and kill this guy. And so this is how you can go about farming this saturated tau? Tau? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Now, all of this just to get to a tier 4 altar. Now that we have this fruit, we can actually make ourselves a table here. This is an alchemical reaction chamber. And we need to take this fruit inside this with these shears that we're about to make. So I need to assign these. So we need shears, imbued slate, iron, and a grater. You have to have specifically a grater, or sorry, a common tartaric to be able to do this, I believe. And we're about to get ourselves some shears for this machine. And there we go. So perfect. So we have the shears. And now with this, some things are about to happen. This is how we go about getting weak blood shards. So we put this in and we just hope for the best, really. And I think we need 4 blood shards in order to make the block out of this. And we'll end up getting ourselves, I believe, a bloodstone. Do we only need 4 of them for a bloodstone brick? Interesting. Yeah, this is how we end up getting the weak blood shards. Kind of awesome. Now, at this point, I am now building up to the tier 4. So I'm utilizing these blank runes for now. Of course, all I got to do is break them to upgrade them later on. Now, the corner piece is a little bit different. This is going to basically have a sort of gap here. So just imagine that there's a piece on the corner, basically. And then there's going to be a pillar that is going to go, how many blocks up? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks up, 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be, I guess, even. Should go one higher than this. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 5. Yeah, 4 here and then 5. We cap off, and there we go. Now, I am going to put a pillar here. I'm going to end up using polished deep slate for that. But that's 7 on each side. So if you haven't already, make sure to get this. You just place the blood shard with a stone and you get 8 of them. And we cap them off. And we're now at a tier 4. And we should be able to get to tier 5 today, I do believe. So now the process, if we take a look, we should see it is now a tier 4. And we've basically got to rinse and repeat and do some of the same processes like getting a blood orb and upgrading all that. So blood orb. We need to move up to the master tier, which is going to be that and 40,000, which actually shouldn't be too bad for me to do, including right now. So as soon as I go ahead and stop my stone from processing, we can go ahead and do this right now. Let me do this. I'll show you how fast this is. All I gotta do is just right click. Every time I'm punching something, it's insta killing the mob. And as you can see, it's doing a good job. I think we're about to the point where we can get a ritual set up for this. So I've been a little busy. I went ahead and finished up my gem armor, got the rest of my gem armor finished up, just the bottom pieces, because it says this dungeon is going to be a little bit dangerous. So we're going to go into the Endless Realm. And this is what we actually have to do, I believe, to get to the tier 5. So there's a material inside this realm that hopefully we're going to be able to find. It is going to require 69 runes. Nice. Yep, 69 runes. So we place down the master ritual just like before, except for this one's like called like an inverted. It does need a 9x9, so I have this space set up perfectly for it. I have all of these, which is really nice. Let's switch this. Hopefully we can switch it. I don't know if we have to have a very specific one. We actually might have to make a tinkerer in order to change this. So yeah, to be able to get this portal going, we actually need to upgrade this to the dusk version. So we need the inscription, which is the tier 4 that we're at. We just put coal in there and we should be able to upgrade this. And with some demonic slates. Ooh, things are looking good. By the way, here's our orb that we had just generated, and I put it back inside here to make sure we filled up our soul network. So with that, I think all we have to do, right, is just make those few items, the dusk, and then we're about ready to go into a new dungeon. So I think we're just about ready to do this. Let's go ahead and upgrade this bad boy. And we now have the dusk version of the Ritual Diviner. And, well, we need to go into... Where's it at? We have the ritual here. It was the... Aha, this one right here. Pathway to the Endless. Okay. So, Pathway to the Endless. We've got to find that. Is it just called Ritual of the Pathway? It might just be called Pathway to the Endless. All right, so I have it loaded up. And there it is. So all we got to do is click this. Once we have the runes in here. And let this thing build up. Awesome. Now, the only other ritual that I really, really want is the one that's going to allow us to automate this bad boy, by the way. And automatically kill the mobs and their life essence go into the altar. Once we have that, then the automation of the slates are going to take place. But my goodness, I think this is it. How much LP does it require? I think we have enough. Oh, we do not have enough. So I am definitely going to have to do that. All right. And so after a little bit of time, bam, I have enough. Just clicking this and man, that's pretty fast. Okay. And boop. And this is it. Okay. Very interesting that it's up here. I just wasn't expecting that. All right. And I do have 25 keys. I'm hoping that's enough. Hoping 25 keys is enough to find what we're looking for. But I'm just about ready to dive in. So let's make sure all of this is in our inventory. And I will put this away, leaving this nice space for me. And I'm going to put everything into this bag. Oh boy, this should be fun. It said it was a bit more dangerous though. So that's going to be interesting. Not quite sure how that's going to go. Let's go ahead and just put that there for now. Let's go. Oh boy. And right off the bat, we do get a few more keys, which are nice. Ooh, slimy. Very nice. Okay. So this one's supposed to be a bit more endless. Not quite sure what that means, but we are on the lookout. Ooh, bigger area here. We got some skeletons. Okay, okay, okay. This is like a room, and it's got upward towers going on here. Okay. All right. So this is our starting room. Let's go this way, maybe. All right. So it does look like there's a chest over here. And corrupted dust. That's something new. I'm only wanting very specific things, though. I don't think I want iron fragments. I don't think these... Yeah, I don't really want those. I am looking for... let's see. What actually am I looking for? Now that I think about it, it's this stuff. The Hellforged material. And we should be able to get raw Hellforge, potentially, or raw Demonite, from this here. So I am on the lookout for Demonite. That is going to be interesting. Ooh, this room has Vex. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder. Yep, I was going to say, I wonder if these have chests in them. Oh my gosh. And they have some crazy gear. Okay. That's awesome. Ooh, this stuff is actually, this is corrosive will. This is important. I actually need this. Is this a lucky room or something? Is there anything in here? Nope, just blood. My goodness. These are pretty awesome. Okay, so I just found some Hellforged sand. I don't know. Ah, this is what's used to make the Hellforged ingot. So I've just found one of the materials that I'm actually going to need. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I just found the room. I just found it. It's got Demonite. This is it. This is the material we need. Oh my gosh. If I had fortune, that'd be so much better. I don't think I currently don't have fortune, so might have to loot this a little bit harder than normal, but wow. We just need enough for all 4 end caps, I believe. Ooh, here's even more of that Hellforged sand. I will take that. So apparently, I guess you can just find it in any chest. It just depends on how it rolls, right? Huh. This is a new room. Okay, interesting. It is a end portal. Demolished end portal? Ooh, that's interesting. It says lock breaks and fizzles out of existence. I think that happened because there's potentially something on the other side. Very weird. Oh boy, there's apparently trapped areas. Yep, that's horrifying. This area was trapped. Was not expecting that. Oh boy. Oh yeah, found another room that's got the ores in it. Perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for. I think we're almost done. And there we go. Last but not least, another ore room. Wow, and this one's got a lot of goodies in it. What are you? Ooh, a foreman's key? Used to gain access to the mines. What? So I am now back. I'm guessing this key is used to open up some sort of door inside of the mines, which we can always go back to. But it does say that it just gives us more of the Demonite ore, which we now have definitely enough of, as you can see right here. And all we have to do is smelt this, which is pretty crazy. And I think we're literally about to have a tier 5 altar. Like, a tier 5 altar just needs end caps of this. And, yeah, this is crazy. And then we just need to fill it in with runes. 15 on each side. I cannot believe we've made it this point in such a short amount of time. But tier 5 blood altar, boop, 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 and boop. We have now effectively gotten ourselves to tier 5. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now to decorate. And there we go. It's basically done. Now, we are just to the point where we can do automation now. We have to get ourselves a Well of Suffering. And, well, that's not that difficult to do. So we just need our ritual stones. I'm going to make some of those up, get some slates and stuff finished up. And we are going to get ourselves a Well of Suffering. This thing will basically be automatic. Now, the best thing to use in a Well of Suffering is witches. Because they can regenerate their health, which makes it incredibly fast. But we're going to try our best with this spawner as it's pretty fast itself. And I've got a lever up there, so I can actually change it. So we'll see. So I have the mob spawner turned off, and this is the Well of Suffering you can see right here. Now, I can fill it in if I want. I believe that this actually might have to go one higher. Let me see real quick. Because I do want it to be close and I want it to be above. You can put this below or above, kind of do what you want there. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So this is the height that I want it. And I want the mobs to land right here. And of course we can encase after we get it built, but let's go ahead and build this. And what this is going to do once we activate it is it is going to kill the mobs and take their life essence and fill our altar with it. Which is kind of crazy, honestly. And that's what is going to allow us to automate the production of things. Yep. So, perfect. So we have that up top. Very, very nice. And now we just kind of have to block it in. First, I do want to turn it on, though. And we have to have our blood orb. And this is going to cost 4,000. And we need the weak activation crystal. Feel a push, but you're too weak to perform the ritual, which means we do not have enough LP in our network. Yep. Nope. I'm going to farm this a minute. All right. So I should have enough now. And a rush of energy flew through me. And the ritual should be working. I can kind of test. And as you can see, they're taking damage, which is good. And they should eventually die. So what we want is to have them just basically land right there on top of this. And I'm going to use tinted glass and get this all covered in. So with the mobs up there taking damage, filling our altar, it is now time to start the automation process. And honestly, it is going to be so easy. So slates, for example, we need to make sure we're doing the last tier, this right here. And then we just give it stone. So we just need our EMC link and I think we're good to go, right? Let's see. We need project E. We'll take our transmutation. EMC link, a personal one. And then we just replace this chest with the personal one and give it stone. That way it never runs out. Boop. And so this should put the stone in here. And the only thing that we're going to have to do is sort of balance out the speed. So we need to make sure we balance the speed of this with the speed that we currently have the mobs being killed. And this will go through all of the different tiers of slate. And it'll end up putting the last tier in here. And that's the automation. Now, there is one caveat to this. It does cost an overall amount of LP to run. And the best thing to do is to make the highest tier blood orb. So at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and stop this. The best way to do that is to switch this to an insert and then pull this out real quick because we are generating them. But I want to take this and I want to go ahead and get the highest tier blood orb. Now, I don't know if the best way to do this would be to just make another smaller altar and then create another well of suffering and have another well of suffering that's somewhere else that is also on another mob spawner. I don't know if we can have two well of sufferings on top of each other. They would fit if that was the case, but we'd have to have one link because I don't think both of them link to multiple altars. By the way, I noticed the blood is leaving out of here incredibly fast for whatever reason, but it worked. Hey, look. There we go. So this is our last tier, and the best thing to do, honestly, is to just place it in there let it fill up quite a bit. And this one's going to hold a lot for a while. And the best thing to do is just let it do its thing for a little bit. Let it fill up your current network. And then just go ahead and start the automation again. We can call it semi-automated. We only need so many of these. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Of course, I still have a lot of decorating to do. But next episode, we are going to be diving, I think, into Mechanism and getting that automation set up. My goodness, man. Also, don't forget the world download. If you are a supporter of any tier, be sure to get access to that. You can also go to the Discord to find out more information. The FAQ is listed there. But of course, guys, I hope you enjoyed as we got through our blood magic test trial here. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.